For me, I feel like when it's come to religion in Africa, I agree that we should at least close more than 10 million churches. I'm telling you, in Africa, not in one country, in Africa.
Leo tunatembea kule mbinguni.
Nakwambia upuzi ambao uko Kenya ni mwingi sana.
Ndio nikuonyeshe nyumba yake malaika.
Look at this lady, she's laughing.
Where I come from, you see there's a church here, there's a church up there. It's like scattered all over the place.
I'm not really against the church, but I'm against religion because it's religion, you know what I mean?
The good thing is, like, here we are not trying to impose or tell people like we are the best. We are just living our lives.
Yes.
And I'm glad of this type of platform.
It's TMP Empire.
Yeah.
Acha blagi. No. Hapana. No. Usikona ni surprise hivi bwana.
Karibu kwanza.
No, friend.
Tunakaa tu.
Quel surprise?
Surprise. Surprise, quel surprise. This is a nice surprise.
Eti mtu mzee wewe.
This is a nice surprise.
Me pale kwenye ulikuwa mnafanyia recording nani? Abili nani? Ni Alex nini? Ni wapi?
Everything is here.
Ni here?
Yeah. It's just you
sasa
change the
wewe unaona huko hivi lakini.
Niko aje.
Unaniambia?
Nikwambia je.
Tunapatana mimi na wewe kama unaenda ku studio, unaenda ku record leo.
Hapana. Studio, our studio. That's what I said. Tia kwanza nani? Tia manani? Uko hapa, tia hiyo nani?
Nite nani? Bonzenga.
Bonzenga.
Nashasikia. Acha blagi. Voilà. Tuko live lakini.
Tuko live.
Acha blagi. Ifo ni kama te comportement kwanza. TMP Empire,
we here.
Tuko ma surprise.
Call by surprise.
Oh no, tukutane sehemu fulani do. Kumbe ba petit déjà bashavandisa masolo.
Masolo big time. We here.
So intimidate.
Actually like hizi manani hizo my equipment zetu zote ndo aliziacha Kongo. Africa, so
every camera,
all the cameras, so we have only this. They're not even small cameras because have you watched Minister Ozin?
No, nilishaona image. Jean je crois nitumia.
Unaona hiyo image yao?
Alex.
Hiyo Alex ya mwisho.
Je crois Bilina
Yeah. No, hiyo yake ya mwisho.
Uliona? Ya mwisho hapa. Koko mwa niliona ile moja alifanyaga hiyo.
Hiyo ni alifanya. Tulifanya venye na ngara, tulifanya na hiza kidogo.
Obo hapa.
Yeah.
Doko mistake huo.
Uloko mistake. Teknolojia ishashanje. Sio tena unajua kongonjo kungaliki ukikuja na kale ka kidogo wanakukataa. Nakwambia tunataka njoo kujina kile kiapata hivi.
Na kiko na mabuton na ma zoom nini ya nini.
Siku hizi hawajua kama unaweza zoom ku kamera. Kila kitu unaifanyia tu kunani kusimu.
C'est bon.
Vipi kaka lakini?
Non, c'est bien. Bon, je crois parking kule nje ni sawa.
No, iko sawa. Leo samedi. Unajua kwanza mimi nafurahi hivi tuko na family na wewe cause unanifanya na
no, wewe unaniterrorize kwa kidogo kwanza. Niko na jiratrape pole.
Hapo ni toko. Unajua mimi nimwambia. Unajua sometimes kuko vitu vingine nye afanya tu hivyo. Unajua demo una plan okay na anakuwa ananiambia demo unajua mimi napenda ku plan. Napenda unanjua napenda ku plan. But at the same time I do understand situations. Wakati ina happen. Situation iki happen, nina kona ya accept the way it may happen as I'm looking for a solution. Unaona? But tofauti ya mimi na Donaldo, situation iki happen, Donaldo niseme. Donaldo anapendaka anataka tongeleyo shida. How did this happen? For me, I'm like, bro, it already happened. What is the solution? Niambie solution ya hii kitu ni gani? Let's come up with the solution. Unacheki? And that's why, you know, when you are coming, I was like, you know what? Let's do this.
Okay.
As you are coming in, kuja tu surprise kapale, let's look for a topic about tunaweza ongelea, and the topic of today is very simple.
Okay.
Kagame, the president of Rwanda, has closed more than 5,000 churches.
Wapi Rwanda pale?
Rwanda pale.
Okay.
So that's the topic. So hapa this is a podcast. So hakuna mambo mafomo.
Okay.
Hapa ni kuongea your mind. Yani hapa hakuna, if we want to go, we can just go and Google, we read, you know, so we have time. Tuko na time, you know, it's going to be maybe Donaldo, your people are calling us, man. Ango bako natupigia fo.
Kama pale wanatupigia pale, si ndio wanataka na wajiunge na mconversation kama ushakuwa live.
Hatuko live.
Hatuko live.
But mtu anaweza call.
Yeah.
On the phone and talk to them and
mtu anaweza kucall ni sawa. No, hatuko live but tuko na record.
Hatuko deja na record.
Yeah, tuko na record lakini hatuko live. So
bon.
Unajisikiaje kwanza kwa?
Non, en fait pour la première fois.
Yeah.
Donc niko surpris. Niko tellement épaté.
Yeah.
Parce que tuko batu wenye tunaingia maffaire.
Yeah.
Aussi hii mode ya entertainment.
Yeah.
Alors pourquoi tout surpris? Parce que mimi niko najua tunakuja kukutanana jua vitu kwa vitu tuta traiter tutanani. Fata hizo tuliongea, mais kumbe unanifikisha sasa ku siege yako. Mimi naingia siege, angalia sitaingia ku studio. Donc kwanza donc vraiment inanipate quoi. Uko mtu wa donc tuseme patrimoine ya TMP, donc blague hakuna. Hakuna blague.
Yeah, this is a dream.
Voilà. C'est bon. Puis na validé kabisa.
Yeah.
On a déjà qu'il y a pas sérieuxité quoi.
Big time.
Et puis détermination iko.
Big time.
Voilà.
Détermination.
Ouais. Donc kama mtu unajicommit na unajidéterminer.
Yes.
Voilà, njoma action hii inaonekana.
Yeah, definitely.
Hapa tuko downtown kabisa.
Tuko downtown.
Yeah. Niko nakuya mnjia mimi naingia mu one way moya. Alors ile one way ilikuwa na lane mbili.
Yeah.
Sasa mtu mwingine anaanza kuya mwa ile one way kwa kuya sasa yeye normal parce que ni one way yake.
Yeah.
Mimi namuona, mimi nampisha, mimi naingia mu line nyingine. Yeye ananifuata naye mwingine juu ya accentuer problème yangu. Et pourtant ngendelea tu mnani ananiacha nini nifanye vyangu.
Acha unaenda kujuta.
Sasa anapenda ananiambia no, iko one way, usiende kule, polisi biko kule. No, uniache mimi peke nikamata risk yangu.
Nisha kwa katikati.
Voilà, alors nikajifanya mtu mjinga sasa vile sijui. Or mimi najua kani niingia mule. Alors nikampisha nikasema nikajishangaza tu na mimi. C'est vrai kumbe. Okay, ngoni geuze. Njoo nikampisha na akaona kama no, c'est vrai ananikomande. Parce que batu mingi mshenga barabara anapendaga kuna ile autorite kwa. Sasa unajifanya uta mjinga, unayobe huko nafanya. Akapita mimi nikaendelea heureusement. Mais ba police biko trop moi entourage.
Bako trop sana, bako trop.
Ile yote tu ni unatafuta tu ni accentuer vraiment studio hapa kwenye iko. Donc kama deja unavandi ça deja kitu hapa downtown tuko gorofa hapa tuko ku troisième niveau je crois.
Troisième niveau.
Deuxième
niveau.
yeah.
Mais ukutoka tu nje tu hapa unaona tu kama uko place mwenye yuko c'est bon.
Yeah, so iko deuxième niveau from kwa sababu chini after first nani uko chini kwenye nani basement nako kuko nyumba zingine uko chini. Yeah. Actually ulisema kitu fulani kuhusu nani traffic wakati ule mtu ulipatana naye. Ikanikumbusha one thing about maybe nimelearn very recently. Na nikumbusha, unajua sijui kama mini experience yangu. Most of the time kama tuseme uko natembeza then unaingia mbele ya mtu. Unamo overtake. You know like uko rush traffic iko then unafaa
manevra kuna.
Ukiingia mbele ya mtu kitu mwana nimenotice bro. Hata kama kwa mtu aina gani ukiingia unaangalia nyuma unasema I'm sorry bro. Ule mtu hata kwa sababu unamuona venye anakasirika hata kama alikuwa shakasirika kuna venye anakuamka anakwambia it's okay. So hapo ndio mimi nimelearn ukubwa wa forgiveness bro. Humility na hiyo nani kuomba msamaha. Wakati una accept you know makosa yako. Yo kusema tu sorry. Trust me, especially kwa sababu ukiangalia hizi ma road rage za mingi sana zinakuwa zinapitikana. Naangalia kama mtu anakosana juu tu kitu kadogo.
Tout à fait.
Sio unapata mtu anatoa masasi na piga mwingine. Juu tu kitu kadogo sana. For nothing. Bila shida yote. You know?
In most cases it doesn't make no sense.
I make any sense.
Parce que kila mtu anapenda kuwe yendo kuwe na autorité.
Autorité.
Pourtant ma problème ile juu ya ku de-escalate, wanasema ku
de-escalate.
Yeah.
Alors kujimilie tunakuitika na inakuwa ina diffuse
I think hiyo forgiveness ni kitu ya kwa hiyo nani apology. Yeah, I was looking for the word apology. Hiyo apology ukitia tu mbele hivi inakuwa inasaidia for yeah, what's up my people? What's good? We are here again. Today we are talking about the closing of more than 5,000 churches. Yeah. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna react to. We have 2 videos. So each video is like 6 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we're gonna react and comment. Okay. So the first one is from this YouTuber. Her name is Adeola Faye. So she's really big from Nigeria. So okay. Yeah. So we're gonna do that will be our first reaction. And the second reaction, because before we go to that reaction, why do you think they closed down those churches? And do you think it's fair?
Well, this is something that is it's social and political.
Yeah,
we can so anything in that regards. I think there's always whoever initiate, they always have their particular reason. And when we talk about Africa, so Africa is run by different rules, you know.
Yeah.
But speaking on from one side to the other side is for the people who close the church. Maybe they know the reason why they close the church. What is the impact that lead them to do it?
Yeah.
And for the people who operate in the churches, also, it's not fair. It will not be fair, and they will feel like everyone deserves to operate in a manner that when they are not disrupting any social order or anything like that, there shouldn't be no reason why to close the church. Yeah, but let's hear from.
Let's watch. So Donaldo, can you come and confirm? Because I did some stuff, so I don't know if it's good or.
Give me a second. I don't want to mess up my stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up and end up shooting something that is not recording. Yeah. In the meantime, is it your first time on podcast?
Well, this is my first time. No really much experience about being on a podcast, and I always watch people, other people watch on TV, YouTube, but I never knew myself when I will be and how should I get ready on. But since you say from the beginning, you know, sometimes it's just like having a conversation, and everyone speak from their mind, and for the people who will be watching and listening, they understand that we're just giving our reflection based on what we have. You know? Pandisha. La. Nilikuwa na nani nikiwa na nani niliteka kanani kangu niingie TikTok yangu na mimi no baba frère
this is home, man.
No.
Keep up with TMP. That's the name of this show. Keep up.
Et puis mimi napenda hii décoration iko vraiment bien.
Yeah, thanks.
En tout cas, brothers for life.
Yeah, keep up.
Moi faut féliciter à tous Kongwa siku moja yenyewe katikati yenu kunatokea quelque chose tunaanza kuambia non mais vous deux moi bawili on sait pas. Est-ce que mnakuwa kama mkubwa na mloko au juste kama mkubwa rafiki tu mkutana na mkartier tout ba mloko na ba mkubwa mais grand frère na petit frère mko na hii cohésion. C'est vraiment magique.
No, but I think one day we will talk about it, and I feel like for my experience right now, I can really coach brothers. I can really coach how to be best friends with your brother, how to work with your brother, how to cause me and Donaldo, we used to be enemies. Like we used to hate each other, like hate. I'm telling you, there was a time when I was young, I'm like, I don't even want to see this guy. I don't want to sleep. Because, you know, like in Africa, I grew up, you know, we share the bed.
It's
you know?
TMP
so
Empire.
By the time we close our eyes to sleep, bro, our father had to come and kick our ass first. He will come because we always have Ronaldo. Keep going. Yeah, we always have something. You know, we always fight and all that. But this is I think maybe 10 years. It took us 10 years to really get. It's just like every other relationship, man. It's not easy. You know, you have to build. And I think what one thing that I realized with relationships, it's the struggle that you two have gone through together that make you guys strong, that give you the trust, you know, because every time you think about it, you're like, wow, we went through this, and some of us, we went through a lot, man. You know, you went through a lot. The sacrifice that I have done for him and the sacrifice he have done for me, that's what sometimes you're like, you know, you don't even have to think twice, you know. Okay. So yeah, so okay, welcome to Keep Up with TMP, and now we are going to react to some videos. Yeah, they're funny. If you wanna laugh, you can laugh. If you wanna wherever you wanna cry, you can cry. Wherever. So let's go.
Closed down more than 5,000 churches and mosques. Some people said, wow, we need this in Kenya. And then I've seen some people saying, well, we need this in Nigeria. Some people said it's an attack on Christianity in Rwanda, it's persecution of the church, and that Paul Kagame is just trying to make Rwanda a secular nation. Now, somebody said this video was the reason they shut down those churches in Rwanda.
The ball, time for the ball. Here we go. Ball, time for the ball. There we go.
Now, first of all, guys,
what's your take?
Well, that's just a demonstration showing some of the things that the church is improvising today, so that they can keep up with. In the world today, most of the traditional practice of doing things, they seem to be boring. Even if it's the right way to do things, sometimes they seem to be not capturing people. People today, they want to see a lot of innovation. They want to see a lot of unknown stuff. For them to be excited, it's kind of and when things are flat, they feel like it's boring. So now, churches is not a place where people would expect to see a lot of maneuver to make people, to capture people's attention. Church should have been a place where people should be captivated by knowledge about the Word of God
and the faith
and the practice about faith and all the things that are related. But no, today, all over the place you see a lot of improvisation to really make people be interested with church. Either they trying to motivate you or work on your emotion about something, how to gain money, how to get rich so fast, and how to. So they just want to perform. They want to see a lot of performance of show.
It's like a showbiz. It's like entertainment, which for me is like. We have entertainment for that. We have places like football. We have football field for stuff like that.
We have soccer and all that.
We have soccer in America. I don't know. In America it's soccer. In Africa it's football. So and I think for me, Donaldo, what do you say?
Well, I think like you say, it's now entertainment. They want to sell those miracles. In Kenya, we sometimes you get paid in order to come and testify something that happened. Like a pastor comes to a stranger and say, since people do not know you in my church, come to my church and say I did this and this and this and that.
Actually, we'll do another reaction for that for those kind of videos.
Before you move on that, I remember recently they just kick off. There's one guy they call him Kiboko ya Wachawi in Tanzania. He's a guy from Congo who had a church, and his ministry was performing a lot of things. Like even when you see him driving in the street, it has to have a model. It's like a lot of cars have to be escorting
bodyguards and
bodyguards and stuff. And that is okay for somebody who is famous. But when it comes to himself saying that if you want to come receive prayer in my church, it's not free. And he's bragging about things like that, and the whole topic about how he perceives his ministry and is really raising a lot of
through the manipulation of people's faith. Because when you believe in something, you can do anything. You know what I mean? Because for me, I feel like religion is different from the church. That's my belief. I believe that there is a difference between church and religion. And for me, church starts with you. So you don't need a religion. You don't need the building to go to church.
Correct.
So you can worship in your bathroom. You can worship in the road while driving, any place, and God will hear you. But now, because of the religion, I feel like a lot of, especially nowadays, young pastors, they already understand what our women, because mostly people who are easy to be manipulated are kids and women,
right?
And that's the truth, So especially in terms of faith, that's why even on these prayers and all that, you don't see men falling. It's hard to see men falling. I'm telling you, bro. Me, I have the experience. I remember in Kenya, there was a time we went to a youth
conference.
Yeah, youth conference. And then they start praying and all that. I always have hair, and you know, they see when they see me, they're like, yes, this guy has, you know. So this pastor start, you know, praying, and then. I didn't fall down because I saw one of this girl. She fell down, and I'm like, bro, I never fell before, and I'm not gonna start today. So pray. I was just resisting, and then I saw this guy who came behind me and put a chair. So and now the pastor is pushing me, head. And there's a chair so that I can fall down and. Bro, I saw it coming, and the more he was pushing me, the more I was going on the side, away from the chair, and the pastor was like, "Mapepo zako zitakutoka tu very soon," you know. and I was like, "Pastor, no me. It has to come naturally. You don't have to force it. Right. You know what I mean?" So from what Donaldo said, at the end of the day, we really have to be careful when it comes to churches, because the reason why, like, let me say about Africa. Right now, I think some percentage of my believe that we don't need a lot of churches like that. We don't really need those churches. In Nairobi, you can go in Nairobi. There's a place where you can find 20 churches in one street, just like this. 20 churches, one church, another one. What's that? You know what I think? Yeah.
It's not about the quantity; it's the quality. You know, when Kagame, President Kagame says that, you know, when he I know he told us like all these guys are just manipulators. Yeah. All these guys are not educated. Like they are not focusing on actually, you know, preaching the word of God. Yes. Now there's a difference. Yeah. If somebody, there can be so many churches, they're actually making an impact. Yeah. In you know, like our patron said, it's a social thing. Yeah. It's spiritual, of course, we know that. Yeah. But it's more than that. It's a social, you know, it's economical, especially in Africa, where everybody is just living. They are working in order to eat at night. Yeah. That's what like I said, 90% in Africa. Yeah. I went to Africa. He's been there multiple times. Yeah. We are from there. We know that 98% of all of us are working so that we can eat at night. Okay. Or somebody is working for $50 a month. It's actually $50 or $20 a month. Okay. Now somebody comes and take $15 out of that. Now who is suffering is population. It's the population. When population is suffering, the youth are suffering. There's, how do you call them, like criminals? And the other thing is, like, I feel like the church is now becoming a distraction of the youth, or of I think I can say Africa, because the only place that you can find people going to church 7 days a week, it's only in Africa. Okay. You know what I mean? Or maybe in Caribbean, because if you go, is
I wanna touch base on one point that you made. Yeah. I think the church itself is not a problem, and when we talk at church, we're talking about the real, like, because it's not all the churches that practice. So the church itself has a good direction of bringing good moral in the society. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it used to be. Yeah. Now, since today the world is evolving, like I'm saying. Yeah. Look at even a human life. I was like, back in the days, there's a lot of things that we never had to see in public openly like that. Yeah. But today, there's a lot of social impact that it's just like, it's insane. And you can't stop it, and they keep going. It's keep going. Yeah, and you know, and especially here where we are in America, because there's a Democrats. Well, so without going out of the subject is like so if you see that's gonna be happening in almost everything, even in sports. Look at the way sports used to be 20 years ago. Look at, for example, basketball. The talent basketball was still played, but different pace than the way it's played today. Before, there used to be people used to have a lot of precision on what they're doing. Now today it's more about speed and more about a lot of strength and other. So different mind of
agility is different.
In churches, it used to be, and the fact that today there's there's internet, there's you have the whole world in your hands. So now people are looking at where can we touch people so fast and so quickly and easy, and they're using religion. Like, I like the point you said, religion. There's different things between religion and practicing the church. So with religion, somebody can come up with any verse in the Bible and interpret it in one way, and because the Bible also can be interpreted one verse can be interpreted different kind of interpretations. And so, and that's what is happening. And so they're using the platform of the church to come up with a different agenda. And now some of the churches who are practicing church correctly, they're probably also going to be victim into that. But it's visible that the practice of religion today as deceiving people has come to work on emotion of people, to drive them away from something, for the agenda of someone. Someone knows what they're doing.
Someone knows what they're doing.
In politics, it's the same way. The way politics used to be before is not the way it is now. I mean, in Africa, it's still happening. People get on the power for more than 20 years, 50, 30 years in power. But those things, they're coming to, slowly it's changing, because some countries are now having like, okay, no, you can only be in power for 2 terms.
15 years.
It's 15 years or whatever. And some people find a way, they change their constitution, they change their things. But in this point where we are talking about here, where the president of the country closed out the churches because of malpracticing of other things. So first thing, okay, he has a point of something. He probably noticed something that is disrupting something older, and they want to shut it up. And because they have power, they can do that. But it won't be the same way in this country, Western country. Before you do that, there's procedure.
There's a procedure.
But because in Africa, they run different rules. Whoever is in power,
it's a whole different world.
So we feel sorry for the churches, and some of the churches that they are, I know not all the churches that are practicing manipulation.
Because that's manipulation, actually. Like, you manipulate people.
And it's more than that when you look deep into it. That there's most of the churches there, in order for you to open, you have to have a license, a certificate, like with the way we do here. And you, of course, you have to go to school. You have to have a degree. In order, because they say that, we all know that you might have a calling, but you don't know how to convey the message. That's why most of the teachings in the Bible, they teach you how to how to preach the word of God. And also it goes with also the physical side of safety. The churches have to follow regulations, where there's if the church can only take 100 people, it's 100 people.
100 people, yes.
Not 500 people for 100 people. The toilet, has to be, clean and, taken care of. And the building has to be in a good shape, so that people can die and then
have good.
So it all comes into that decision, the decision that they made, because we know in Africa, safety is like the last thing that people. In America, we in here, we know if there's a pipe that's burst in a church, and nobody is coming into that building. until it get fixed. when the alarm goes off, they send the whole neighborhood.
Donaldo, before I don't want to catch you, but before I wanna put a point on what you were saying there, and this is the thing that sometimes we also have to understand. A social life.
Yeah,
Africa is way different from where we live right now.
Yeah,
from everything. I mean, we never had all this structure of democracy, voting. So we used to live.
Yeah.
Our ancestors used to find, there used to be a social order.
Yeah.
And somebody used to be in charge of the society, and people were just getting along well and everything.
Yeah.
Until the Western culture came into Africa, trying to civilize us, and it messed it up everything.
Yeah.
We cannot catch up to the speed where they are to do things the way they are doing. And sometimes we trying to imitate them, and we still practicing the old thing. So it's like we trying to do the old way of doing things, and at the same time trying to follow. We're trying to follow democracy, but at the same time we still wanna some things that are convenient we do, some things that are not we don't. For example, in terms of benefit of people, this is gonna benefit people, but it's gonna ruin my power. I don't want to do it.
So I don't want to do it. Yes.
But when it comes to I want to do this because I'm gonna stay in power, and this is how they project now. We are Africans.
We are African.
That kind of thing is not,
it's manipulation now.
But we understand.
But we understand. You know who started that game? Same people who colonized us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if you see from like let me give you an example with Congo. After our second president, right?
So the first president was Kasavubu.
Was Kasavubu.
Then Mobutu.
After our first president, they put
him
Mobutu,
in power,
right?
Yeah.
So Mobutu was in power for like close to 30 years.
30 something years, yeah.
So his first maybe 20 or 15 years, or maybe 20 years, he was working for the Western interests. He was the best president in the world.
I would say the whole time, actually.
This guy used to come in America and sleep in the White House, and his kid and this guy's kid used to play together. He would take a private jet here in America, bro. By the time this guy was like, you know what? Retourner à l'authenticité.
À l'authenticité.
The word.
Retour à l'authenticité.
They were like, no. You can't do that. Let's build this. No. Now he became the worst president. But for me, I can say, the way our parents do talk about Mobutu, I feel like he was the best president of ever for Congo. Since Congo started, since Congo get their independence, because at that time we didn't have Congolese dying the way they're dying right now. And even the poverty was not like that. Because if you can see even school, I think that time the schools were free, right? During Mobutu.
I have no idea. We know that. He's the only one who might know that.
We're paying.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, we're paying. Oh, la. No. There is a point there. That it seems like in terms of keeping the country together, the guy had to. This is something that I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
All these people that in power, especially in Africa, it seems like they are always being placed there by a supporter of the Western power, and they control them in one way. And they can give you not 100% the freedom of running the country, but they'll give you some percentage to have an impact on the country.
Some power.
But at the same time, they remind you that we have an eye on you.
Yes.
And we have this type of interest.
And everything you have to do is for their own interest. If it doesn't serve their interests, you are gone.
That's exactly how
you are gone. Yeah. Look at was it the three coup d'etat that just happened in
Because Gabon, Burkina Faso,
let's talk about Gabon.
Niger.
Oh, Niger, Burkina Faso, and
yes,
yeah. Uh-huh.
So let's talk about Gabon. You know, that dude was in power, and you know he has a white wife.
Wife, yeah.
Wife is white. Okay.
Yes, his wife is white. So that guy was the best friend to France. He was the best president. But all of a sudden, he became
the enemy.
There was only when they see this guy, you are not serving their interests, they come for you. Anyway, now we go back to
the topic.
5,000 churches were closed in.
But is that confirmed?
Yes.
100%.
Yes. Confirmed. Yes.
Maybe 4,000, more than 4,000.
It was on 5,000, like 500 or something like that. So it was a lot of churches.
What criteria was he going through? What criteria was he using for closing? It was just closing randomly, or just?
No, it's safety. What he said.
Yeah. So the safety in terms of physical safety, and this preaching. You have a pastor, in order to open your church, you have to have a degree, you have to go to school.
Yeah.
Because he says that
of those preachers.
He says that you as a teacher, you are a father of so many.
Yeah.
You know, a father has 3, 4, they can have 15 kids in the house, but a pastor has thousands. That means you teach all these people,
and that's a generation.
Now if you go to school, you have a calling. Yes, God called you to come and teach his people, but you don't know how to teach. That's a different story. You might have the calling, but what you're saying and how you're doing it is actually bringing people away from God.
Donaldo.
So that's why he said you need knowledge in order for you to open a church.
Okay. I agree with you. And my question is, even if God called you to preach or whatever, do you really have to open a church? Like, because for me, I don't really understand. That's why, we are doing actually.
It's TMP Empire.
There is the next episode. I would really love if we can do it again together, and we can have a pastor that we can have questions and ask those questions.
No, I mean, definitely, because today we were just having a conversation. But if we structure something,
do you really have? Because I remember when we were kids, I was sleeping, then I saw this light, and the guy showed me this place. This guy, he opened up a church. You go here, this person, he opened up. So even if you have that calling, do you really have to open a church?
The answer is you don't have to, but also at the same time, if you feel like you want to.
And that's the problem of feeling.
Listen, if you feel like, if you, because everyone also in the society, we have a freedom. Do you have to open a studio? Do you have to? No, you don't have to. But it's something that you feel like, I want to do it.
Yes.
I don't care if I have guests. I don't care if my studio has impact on it. But this is something that I want to do. You should have that freedom to do whatever you want.
Yes.
Anyone can open their churches because they're not obligating people to come into there.
Yes.
That's fine. They can open up.
Yeah.
But like when the government, which is also regulating social order, they put, like what Donaldo said, you need to have credentials to be able to have that freedom to speak to people. Because you are guiding them in other things and so on and so forth. So in that I like how it is here. Is like, okay, it's not exactly do you have to the degree, that's what they call it. Even some people who have a degree, they may not even know how to
run a church.
Or how to transmit what they need to. And somebody who never been even to school, but they have the wisdom to know how to keep people together. But when the government says, okay, we'd like you to demonstrate that you have knowledge of something. If somebody who's wise, then they tell you, like, listen, it's not, we know that you understand. You want to lead people in a good way, but please have this so that it can be a guideline of someone who's wise. They're not gonna feel like, no, you're trying to obligate me to do this, but they will just do it because okay, let's work together. This is a social order. Let's just keep it together. You know what I'm saying? And actually, that kind of set up a good example. Even you, when you be guiding people, you want them to give them some sort of like instruction,
structure.
Let's try to do this.
And I feel like in Africa they should. People will go crazy with me. I feel like we should have like rules about people who goes to church 7 days a week.
Oh, my brother. I mean, I see you. I see you. Right. I see that you're concerned. You are more concerned about that. But remember,
because for me, I feel like it's distraction. When are you gonna get time to think about your vision? You are always in the church. When are you gonna get the time to work on your vision? You're always in the church. When are you gonna get the time to even plan? Because all those stuff that I'm saying is like, oh, you may have a vision, but are you working on it? Are you planning? Are you visualizing about your vision? Do you really have a clear picture of you? But when you're in the church 7 days a week, on Monday, you're a choir master. On Tuesday, you go for prayers. On Wednesday, you go clean up the church. On Thursday, it's youth. On Saturday, it's prayer meeting. On Sunday, it's church, and after church you have to stay because you are in the administration of the church. So when do you have? Imagine now that whatever I'm saying right now, it's one person in one church, and now remember we have this kind of people in more than 10,000 churches. So that's already 10,000 people in a country who does nothing.
Okay, simple answer is this. I mean. That particular person that you were talking there, it sounds like it's maybe somebody who probably will be in the clerical team, somebody who's involved in the ministry, and that's how, if that's what it is, like that they have those roles. They have to practice one day, they have to go to prayer, they have to do cleanup on one day, they have to do all that and church service on Sunday, they have to stay for meetings and so on and so forth. It's acceptable. Why? Because that's how probably. That's their function. And remember, when you're trying to make a comparison about where we're living here in Africa, it's totally different. We all African kids. We know how it is there. When we don't have school, when we don't have, there's no jobs. There's no opportunity. There's no resources. There's nothing to do. You wake up in the morning, you sit.
That's not true. I disagree.
C'est pas tout le monde. It's not everybody there. But majority of some of the kids, sometimes they don't have any agenda like that. But but for example, people who live in the villages and stuff, they have farms. They can farm. They can go get water. They have something to do. They live. That's their structure where they're living. And some of us, for example, who are little spoiled or little like we live and dad is there, mommy is there. They go look. We come back home. At night we eat, we sleep. We wake up in the morning. There's no school today. We just go play soccer. After play soccer, we just sit
come home and watch TV.
That's their life. That's their daily life. And when you tell them about something about dream, something about planning, they're asking you. They're like, "What are you talking about? Planning what? I don't have nothing." You want me to play for my game, my soccer game? Yes, I can tell you. The next day we're gonna go tutenda funo, tutenda kucheza kaumu na banani na ekipe sijui ya quartier C na nini. Kuko leo kuko mama nani ndio wanataka maturna ya nani ya kabumbu bali elimine nani group ya walini. Tuna mustadi tunaangalia sijui nini. That's almost like their social life. So our society is not providing any any platform where kids. So, but not everybody. I would say not even 55%. But some people, they have the opportunity. Maybe they are going to school. Maybe they are selling something in the market. Or maybe they find a way to open something that is going to keep them a little bit. But for those who come from a family or a structure where there's absolutely nothing, they have nothing. And that's why you find church becomes maybe something like it's just taking their time.
So
and they're not losing anything. For them, they're not losing anything. They're not gaining anything. So they just do it.
The reason why they don't have anything, because like, you know, me, the reason why I always disagree with that, because I know what it really means to have nothing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Some people say that, you know, they don't have nothing, but they never listen. Mm-hmm. I don't even scared of death, bro. Mm-hmm. Death, I don't scared of death. Okay. Because I know everybody will die one day.
Good for you, man. I'm a little bit.
Me, I'm not scared of death, man.
No, I know it's coming.
He hasn't been thrown, you know what I mean? In a cage full of lions.
But the only thing, no, because I've been to a place that it's worse than even in a life full of lions. Because at least you know your way out, which is dying. You know, they will come, they eat me, and that's it. Life goes on. You know what I mean?
Life goes on.
And I'm gone. Yeah, I'm gone. But this is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't even scared of death, it's because there's something worse of this, which is poverty. Poverty is bad. Lacking. People talk about freedom. Freedom is when you have and you have control of what you have. Okay. You may have something, but you don't have control over whatever that you have.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, for me with Africa, right? I feel like we need to switch mindset. That's why I'm saying about church. We have had church for thousands of years. I don't know, maybe hundreds of years. You know? And what did church do? Let's take out the faith, right? What did church do for the people of Africa? Like socially,
okay,
economically. Let's take out the spiritual, because before in Africa, before the church came, we were spiritual. You know what I mean? Church, it doesn't make you spiritual. No, spiritual is just spiritual. So, and no church. Let me use religion. Sorry, guys. Let me use religion, because for me, I'm against religion. I don't. Church is church, but I'm talking about religion, because everything that we are talking about right now, we're not talking about the church. So people are using the church to really fight Christ, but right now I'm talking about religion to fight those who are behind the button.
Okay.
To make up stuff, to make sure, oh, this is making money. Now let's go. We have people like these preachers that you used to follow before. How do you call them?
What are you talking about?
The preachers that you used to call in the morning. I see you, you know, following these guys. How do you call them, those preachers?
From here, from
Africa? No, from here.
From here.
Oh, you talking about
motivation of preachers?
He's talking about Pastor Joe. Austin,
okay.
TD Jakes.
They said
Teflon John, something like that.
These pastors, they say things, and I'm like, bro, this manipulation, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Cause it's like, you don't have to believe in God and it will happen. No, which God? Not the God I know. Because the God I know said, what do you have in your hands? What do you have in your hands? So there's no way you don't have anything in your hands, just sitting down and think that like miracle. No. God, every miracle that God have done, he used something to do it.
Okay.
Came from something. I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about, I'm not a preacher and all that. But what I'm trying to say is this. For me, I feel like when it's come to religion in Africa, I agree that we should at least close more than 10 million churches. Okay. I'm telling you. In Africa, not in one country. Okay. In Africa. Like we should close and have like, okay, you can only have one church every street, or every few you can have two churches in one plot. You know, like plots. I don't know how you call plots here. Plot is like that's Britain English.
It's a block. Let's say like a block.
Block.
Like a block,
You
yeah.
can't have one church or three churches in one block. No. Find a way. Okay, let's build this together. Let's do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So cause that's why look at China.
Mm-hmm.
They don't believe even in Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Mm-hmm.
But the manipulation of religion, it's when you believe that when you die poor, that's when you go to heaven. But trust me, when you die poor, you go straight to hell. I'm telling you.
Wow. Well, una confirme parce que shote hakuna mwenye kona nani, kona power yani. Au fait ni nini? Drizo.
Yeah.
Closing the churches, even if it has to be 10 million,
Yeah.
5 million, 5 churches in
Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point is not really there. It's I mean, every place is different, and even when you walk around, and before I used to ask myself like, and it's not only here in America. I see most places when there's a street where they have like that's where all the churches are. There's a street where like that's where all the boutique markets or this kind of that's why they place them. And I was wondering, but this is it's gonna raise a lot of conflict, and like, why do they have all 5 many churches as here in one place?
Yeah.
But I don't know their structure in that society. Why they decide to do that?
Yeah.
Urbanization in different places. Maybe they concentrate and say, okay, this area is where we're gonna have a cemetery. This area that we're gonna have such and such. That way we can control things better here. So this kind of noise, when they have like a noise in the area, it can be in one place. And most people, if they're residential, we don't want to have residential people here, church here, church here, church here, which is what we have. Where I come from, you see there's a church here, there's a church up there. It's like scattered all over the place. I mean, it's a freedom maybe of giving everyone a chance to do whatever they want to do. Remember one thing:
freedom without structure, there's no freedom.
That's
Even in America, we don't have freedom.
I think
you have freedom in America?
I think that's where they should be heading to. Like
structure.
Okay, if you're gonna open a church, where's your license? Where's certification? Show us the building. Is the building coded? Your building is not gonna be making noise for people who are sleeping?
Yes.
If you put all the or you have a parking where people will park their cars so that they don't park in people's places and stuff. If you have those guidelines and people follow them and do them, okay, it's fine. Now let's go. Okay, when you be there, what are you teaching people? No, I'm trying to make sure people follow the moral and it's based on this Bible, and which is okay, it's acceptable. Now go ahead. And now most of the things, even here, they do like, okay, many things are like it's very public. Yeah. You have to disclose your financial publicly. There's some regulation dealing with how you are.
It's
TMP there's nothing wrong. And they can open. You remember how many people do we have in the world? And anyone can decide to open an enterprise or open a house of faith based on what they're calling for, as long as they follow and they respect. It's something that is not gonna ruin life of people. So we should not have an issue but even if it's one church, even if it's 5 million church, if they are not following the guidelines, and I mean, they should not be operational. I agree with you, like they should not be there if they are there for different, like they put the platform outside, like let's say for example, this is a restaurant, but you put there like, this is a restaurant, please come and eat. But when you go inside, they're serving alcohol. So that's deceiving.
It's a strip club.
This is a church, and we are preaching the word of God, and people are like, oh, this is where if I have some issue, like a spiritual issue or something that I don't know, I would like to learn to find out. This is where I'm gonna go learn. But when you go in there and you find somebody, they have a different agenda, which is wrong.
So I have this. We have done with that. So look at this. She called herself Benjamin Nabi Benjamin. She's a wife to Jesus. So it's
well, I think I watched a little bit of that. I mean, these are the things. These are some of the trash things we see online. Like somebody's claiming something. I was in heaven.
So let's watch this and see the reaction.
Wewe pia uweza kuzungumza na malaika?
Simi nasungumza nao tena nawasalamia hivi. Na hii mkono yangu hii ninasalamianga malaika kwa mkono hivi.
Once you consume bangi, you just...
Na pengine wewe pia uweza kuzungumza na malaika?
Simi nasungumza nao tena nawasalamia hivi. Na hii mkono yangu hii ninasalamianga malaika kwa mkono hivi.
Once you consume bangi, you just become a cabbage.
Na wakati nilienda mbinguni nikaona maajabu huko. Na live. Mbinguni kuko ani sawa. Oh no. Mbinguni kuko shwari. Yaani ukikaa tu hivi, yaani hata ama ukitembea. Au usikia yani venye wewe unasikia hapa duniani tumechoka. Hakuna uongo hiyo. Uongo hiyo. Njaa inakuuma huko? Hapana. Na maua imepandwa. Sasa hii story ilianza hivi. Niko hapa duniani na Yesu. Yesu akaniambia, leo tunatembea kule mbinguni.
Nakwambia upuzi ambao uko Kenya ni mwingi sana.
Ndio nikuonyeshe nyumba yake malaika.
Look at this lady, she's laughing. Kundravi.
Ambao natembea na yeye ukaweza kuona mahali ambapo anaishi.
Please.
Sasa tukaanza safari, tukapaa. Mbingu ikafunguka, kuna keti kule. Chiketi hicho siji ndio. Na katika ile keti kuna walinda lango ambao wanalinda. Asa when tulifika kwa keti, Yesu anaongelesha na huyu anaambia mlinda lango huyu, yani afungue.
Whoever gave you this idea?
Sisi tunaingia ndani. Bila tuliingia pale, nikaona hall kubwa. Na hii hall iko na milango, yani wamekawanga hivi. Ninaona tunaenda kukua watu fulani. Yesu akaniarifu ya kwamba mahali hapa wale wenye walikuwa na imani duniani lakini hawakuwa na matendo. Sehemu yao ni hii. Wewe tafuta kama mlango pale penye umeandika tu namba yoyote, hiyo ndio itakuwa nyumba yako.
Wewe kwenda.
Sasa mimi nikaangalia sikuwa nako namba yoyote kwa mlango. Na watu wakutopa wanafuata. Yaani nafikiri ni nyuki. Hakuna. Ashindwe. Anu usikii maneno wanaongea. Sasa mimi venye niliambia Yesu na Yesu akatusema tuende mbele. Sasa ni kama hapa na sihenduko. Ndio sasa tukaanza mwenda. Sasa tunapaa tu na Yesu. Tutembelee chini. Tukafika mahali pale. Tena nikaona hall kubwa. Na kuna manyumba tena zimejengwa. Watu wako ndani. Kwa keti kuna mlinda lango. Anafungua, sisi tunaingia na Yesu. Na Yesu akasema, angalia kwa hii nyumba. Namba yoyote ikipatikana kwenye mlango yoyote, hiyo ndio itakuwa nyumba yako.
Unasikia?
Wenye wako hapa, huko tulikuwa kwa wenye matendo bila imani. Na hao walikuwa na imani bila matendo. Sehemu yao ni hii, wamefungwa, wameongojea kuhukumiwa. Sasa mimi kuangalia sikuonako mlango yoyote yenye umeandika namba. Nikaambia Yesu, na hapa mimi naweza kaa hapa kweli? Na ndio hapa mahali hapana. Na akasema umeona namba yoyote? Nikasema sichaona namba. Akasema sasa tuende. Sasa tukapaa tena.
Jameni tafadhali.
Kuingia kwa kule kama unatoka hapa tena ni safari tu refu, yani si karibu. Kuingia pale ndege. Na vile tulifika hapo kwa keti na nikaona mwangaza umepika hivi na nikafanya. Yaani nikafurahia. Asa kufika pale wakaona Yesu wakamfurahia, wakafungua keti. Tukaingia. Na Yesu akasema, mimi nimekufikisha narudi duniani kuhubiri injili. Asa mimi nikakuwa pale na malaika wa mbinguni, yani ukiona hako tu. ni furaha. Wakakuja wakinisalamia, wakinifurahia. Na mbinguni kumbe pia wanaenda katika wanafunga. Wanaingia katika mfungo. Wakaniingiza katika hall fulani pale. Mimi kuingia pale nikapata malaika, yani miili ya utukufu hiyo. Sasa wakawa wananifurahia. Na nikawaambia mimi nimekuja tu kuona malaika Dorcas. Na sichakucha kabisa.
Hataki kukufa.
Ninarudi duniani. Na wakaniambia malaika Dorcas ako tu hapa, mpikie simu. Simu yangu mbinguni ni Biblia.
Stupid.
Nilikuwa na Biblia yangu kwenye mkoba na kitabu changu chenye huwa natunga saburi. Sasa nikaweka kwa sikio hivi. Nikasema, "Hello malaika Dorcas." Akasema, "Amina."
That's today's church, man.
Unaona hii inachekesha sana. Si tu mareaction ya watu wengi.
It's the reactions. Whoever did the edits.
He took some time.
No, they always that's the beauty of today now.
Yeah.
They always come up with something. Benye biko natufuatilia hii video iko online, iko circuler déjà online.
Yeah.
Na kama una raise point juu ya nani, okay, it's part of what is happening in the church today. And leo tunaongelea ma problem yenye iko inaonekana ku bitu tu ina associate na nani ya church. So we are talking about all the issues that are associating now with so-called church and so-called religion, if we can say.
Yeah, religion.
So these kind of things that normal people, like, once they hear this and they just disqualify all things about church, and like, you know. But at the same time, like, there's also people who understand that, you know, okay, the world is evolving in a way, that direction that everyone is taking their way.
Yeah.
And she find a couple of people that she can manipulate and people who can listen to her or something like that. And we never know what challenges happen to her to get to a point where they do stuff like this.
Yeah.
And don't forget that there's also a spirit of deception that is also there.
Yes.
And they can always use the church. And even when the word of God says, the Bible says, like, you know what? Many people will come into my name, but I never know them. Like, I never know them.
Yes.
And those people are many.
Yeah.
And they find, and they have ways and the resources to do things.
Yes.
Whereby people who are doing church, or they are practicing faith in a really good way, probably don't have the resources to be out there, to be on the platform.
Yeah.
But look at people like this. She has a really big impact now.
Yeah.
She's watched all over the world. But someone who's preaching a message that is really good, they don't even have. They don't have views. They don't have views.
And the other thing is, that's why I said that I'm not really against the church, but I'm against religion, because it's religion. You know what I mean? But all in all, hey yo, what's up, my people? What's good? What can you tell the people? Talk to our fans, man.
Yeah. Oh,
talk to our fans.
This is something that I really fall in love with. I think like this, where it's a platform. It's open for anyone who can come and share ideas and share innovations.
Yes.
The good thing is, like, here we are not trying to impose or tell people like we are the best. We are just living our lives.
Yes.
And I'm glad of this type of platform.
Yeah. Keep up with TMP.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a chance, I mean, if you're also gonna be manipulated to come here, like me, take the chance to. Today I was planning some time to be here because it's weekend, and my brother, like, he was giving advice and said, no, there's time for everything.
Yes.
Sometimes I have time. We work here. We work so much here, but I have sometimes to, you know, to reflect on life and share with others ideas. You know, not saying that you have the best idea from no. It's just to share with yours, and some people may disagree with you.
Yes.
But big up to TMP Empire.
Yes.
For this type of platform. I think this, it's not violating anything.
Yeah.
It's not violating anybody's.
Yes.
But it's also welcoming ideas, and
yes.
I'm leaving this place here today with inspiration.
Yeah.
These are my brothers a long time, and so today, as I'm gonna be driving back home, I'm gonna be asking myself a lot of questions about where I'm coming from, where I come from, what is happening, like so the time where I'm traveling here and there, so other people are not sleeping, they're also working on other things, material good, I can feel myself good into this mics. It's a good area, there's AC here, you came in. One thing, Donaldo, have a little fridge somewhere or something.
Yeah, so that we can have water.
We need some water in here.
No, but I know day by day you're gonna be creating things. But this is the fundamental things, like equipment, big up, lighting, and very nice place downtown. Waltham. If you leave this place, you go downstairs. There's a very nice restaurant outside, and so good environment. So big up for my brothers all the way from Dego. But petit Dego, you wanna faire.
Yeah. So welcome to Keep Up with TMP. This is TMP Empire Media, and shout out to Director Donaldo. The team of TMP Empire, the fans of TMP Empire all over the world. This is just the beginning, guys. Keep up with TMP is just simple. Like, we keep up with us, and whatever that we're trying to do is just we recreate content to empire. And the meaning of empire is educate, motivate, promote, inspire, recreate, and entertain. So whatever that we do, it goes in empire.
If you were close to me, I was gonna give you a really good shake hand. Before, when I used to see on the logo of TMP Empire, inspired you, I'm like, inspire what? You're only focusing on one thing. You're doing your music. You want to be famous, and that's what you're trying to. But when you open something like this, this platform like this, for sure. Like, I'm speaking honestly for my mind. It's like, sir, this is really good.
Yes, sir.
This is really good. You should feel people. You should feel good.
You know a lot of. We need.
Yeah, but those who are called for you, they are going to be for you, and that's what we want. It's you always say something to me also. It's not about of quantity or population but the few that are going. You come here for one time, you just gonna feel again come here again. Because next time, I mean, if I come here, I know I'm gonna be okay.
No, you
I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna have something that I'm gonna. It's not preaching. It's not, but it's just you lay down your ideas. And that's the purpose of life.
And I'm using this as my own therapy.
Really good.
I call people and then let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm not right. You are not right. It's just opinion. And that's the good thing about so-called the freedom of America. You can talk, you can say, as long as, when there's a lawyer, make sure when the police catch you, make sure you play the fifth. I can't talk until my lawyer is here.
For sure. Like, when I see any ad or somebody who be coming here, and I see you guys posting some few shots of them online on YouTube and stuff like that, I'm gonna promote. I'm gonna do anything to expand, because this is definitely. It's something that is.
No, we're gonna make this the biggest podcast in Massachusetts. We wanna bring mayors. We wanna bring. We just wanna go all the way. I know with you, I believe it's possible.
And the key, is continue with the dedication that you have.
Yes, sir.
The determination you have.
Yes.
The seriousness you have.
Yes.
They will come. They'll come, and it's not always the big name of sometimes even the simple regular people, average people can always bring something that is but like you say, this is therapy, this is life.
Very therapeutic.
Life. You call me, this is just have a conversation. This is happening, we laugh and we go. So
keep up with TMP.
Next
time you don't know what kind of content we're gonna bring to you. So next time maybe we'll be on the streets. We will be talking to homeless people. Next time you will see us on stage. Maybe next time you'll see us in prison. Performing for prisoners. Or next time you will see we'll bring preachers here, teachers, business owners, entrepreneurs, and maybe we'll try to maybe focus focus on our African market. Just we need to tell our people back home that America is not the best. America is not the best, but I know individually, if we change our mindset, it is for us to get wherever we wanna to be wherever we wanna be. And it's all about peace and love. Welcome to Keep Up with TMP, and this is TMP Empire. Peace and love. Peace and love. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Listen, can you tell them to like and subscribe?
Yeah.
Welcome to Keep Up with TMP.
welcome. Yeah. Karibu. Yeah. Donc, soyez les bienvenus to TMP Empire.
Yes.
There is a subscription. Everybody knows. Everybody will go online. They know where subscription is. You click on that. That's it. You subscribe, and so you become part of the movement.
Yes.
So it means what? When there's something new, there's a little good story that came up, you can see it. You have a easy way to capture it and see it. And it's part of way to support and expand also this type of agenda.
Yes.
It is good.
Yeah.
For sure, it is good.
Yes.
I don't put myself in a lot of things again anymore but this. It's something
next
that
time we'll talk about.
Definitely. If you call me and tell me, once I see this, that's what we mean. I know what it is, and I know what's gonna be.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
thank you
guys
so much. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. It's real, man. Keep up with TMP Empire. Peace.
It's TMP Empire.